We also practice a critical approach to the Hadith literature. In fact, this has gone on almost from the beginning. There's been a very sophisticated science of Hadith criticism where we try and sort out what's authentic, what isn't. We look at the isnad, we look at the matin, the text itself, and it's a very sophisticated science. And this,
excuse me, what?
You're well aware, nobody in the academy affirms the Muslim Sunni science of Hadith. Nobody. It is considered to be completely discredited. I'm just being factual. I'm describing. I'm not saying which one is right or wrong. I'm just saying the max you'll get, like Harold Motsky and others are going to say, well, we can say that some hadith definitely go back to some tabi'un. Mm-hmm. That's like the max you can say. As for definitively stating that the hadith go back to the Prophet ﷺ, at this stage of my life, I will have to say this is what I say as a believer, not as an academic. So when I become Sheikh Yasser and I go and preach and teach, I will quote Sahih Bukhari and I will quote Sahih Muslim and I will say قال الله قال رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم, and that's the preacher. And I understand in the academy I cannot quote Bukhari and this will be what the Prophet ﷺ said. I understand this.
Not only are hadith in general unreliable, I would actually say that hadith are unusually reliable. Like, I think that the list of problems with hadith is kind of staggering, and that hadith are actually much less reliable than other kinds of historical sources. And that has to do with the specific sort of conditions in which they emerged and the specific regime of pressures in which they were operating. But yeah, I think not only is it not true, but it's like radically false, actually, this idea that hadith are the most reliable. I actually think that hadith are unusually unreliable. To put it another way, if you had a series of like a dial and you could turn it up to like more problems or less problems, right? Hadith almost have every dial turned up to max. The only thing that could maybe make the situation worse, I mean, I'm sure there are several things, but one thing would be like if there was a much longer time gap. But absent that, like pretty much any other problem you can think of, we have with hadith. So I actually think that hadith are unusually unreliable, actually. Any given hadith is the consensus, as far as I can tell. This is the common view now among secular critical scholars. Any given hadith should be presumed to be unreliable or distorted or otherwise suspect until the contrary can be demonstrated.